Hi, good evening. Just a quick rundown of Into the Close, which is basically what I consider the balance for tomorrow's trading. Very few decisions are made until the last hour. So we can see the SPIX CFD from Europe is pretty flat for the day. We've seen a little bit of buying after a mainly selling day, but a good buy into the close in the SPY, a good buying session into the close of the ES, a good buying session, a little bit of hedging carrying over, but good buying in the IWM. The Qs reasonably, but a little bit like the SPY, it's dragging through. Retail aren't convinced of a bounce. SPXL, the old traders, they definitely think that there's going to be a bounce. Interesting to see if we just drop in the TQQQ, which is the older traders who like trading. Let's see what they think. Well, they think it's a lot greener. They've had a green day, very similar to the day that we have seen in the SPXL. That gives me a lot of confidence that we're going to have a better day here. I always tend to think that the 401k account traders really like the these leveraged indicators rather than the leveraged stocks or ETNs, ETFs, rather than the being able to use options. They really just like to be able to use some leverage. So they're very bull the market. Where yesterday, I think that we can see that both the SPXL and the TQQQ were both bearish yesterday. The Qs again, the Qs here really just, let's just change this out of the NAS. The Qs are just a little bit confused there because I don't have the right settings underneath. We'll just wipe this one out. Alright, let's just go through to the other drivers in the market. So the other drivers in the market, we can see we've had, although the futures are a little bit soft, the actual buying into the bottom in Coinbase, this is Binance, was really quite strong. If we had a look and just see what Binance was doing, Coinbase was doing, which is the other bigger index. Just see how it revs up. We can see the Grayscale was very good. The price has dropped a lot, so there's an expectation you're into stronger liquidity, and we can see that it is. Bitto has had a strong buying afternoon, so has Coin. So here again, we've got a much greener day down below in the Coinbase, much greener than the general Bitcoin futures. If we just have a look at the MAG, Coin had a good day after a good lead into it. Meta has had a sideways down day. Nvidia has gone alright after yesterday, really not suggesting anything apart from a little bit of sideways movement. I don't like Microsoft, even though it finished up okay today, only 0.5 down. It looks like it's been selling all day. It's really hasn't dropped into green. Amazon is looking great after selling into the close. Tesla, after a sideways day yesterday, pulled out quite a good day, but it sold into the close. And I tend to feel that this is sort of an expanding zigzag, so I'm expecting that to pull back. Apple had a really strong close, really strong day after yesterday, looking okay into the close after a bit of selling in the afternoon. But this was a bad read of mine. It was much more an in-between, and this buy into the close I really shouldn't have mentioned. I suppose it really was affected by the hedging in all of the indexes. Here we go, MAGS was very strong. Finally, my go-tos, the Qs and the SPY both have slightly different times on them, so they affect the way that that we look at the mag. There's just a slight little difference in the nuance here of the timing of when they're closing out. And Coinbase itself was very busy. If we look at the mags by themselves, the ETF was looking very strong, but the mags altogether are looking much stronger than they have for days. This is probably the last time that they looked as strong was on Monday morning. They're looking that strong again. They're starting to drop into it. I am expecting an up day tomorrow, reasonably bullish day. I am trading the markets using Coin. You get a bit of vol, I find, in the puts, as long as you stay under 14 days. If you're a bit nervous, and roll them out to, somewhere where you don't think you're going to have so much gamma crush and vol crush going off a bottom. And we can see here that the mags are strong at about the same time that we're seeing Coinbase itself very strong. So I'm expecting to see Coinbase up for tomorrow, heading back up to this sort of 310 over the next couple of days. I sold about a 230 below. I sold a 240 put below, just to play a little bit of roulette. Anyway, it's looking like a good day. Anything that looks weak, the IWM and the miners still looked reasonably weak. I would expect them to have some up days, but I don't think they'll be jumping out of their skin until after a really good Nvidia earnings. Anyway, have a great week's trading. Thank you for listening to my end of market wrap on liquidity. Thank you very much.